So let's start off there. You've been watching this for a long time, as have we. And I think that sometimes we as well get sort of pulled into all the news and the announcements and the hype and forget that a lot of this is still off in the future. What is your perspective on the timeline, especially around agentic AI?
Yeah, you're right. We're incredibly early with agentic. When you kind of think, and we alluded to it just at the top of the podcast, the kind of compression of time that's gone from machine learning to other kinds of predictive AI, and then all we're coming up right up against the third anniversary of the launch of ChatGPT in November of 2022, and then just less than 3 years later, we're also now trying to ask enterprises to embrace agentic when they've only really beginning to understand how to operationalize generative AI in the form of chatbots and people writing prompts into them, and then all the kind of the interesting stuff and the scary stuff that ensued from that. So I think if you're kind of thinking about an S curve, we're on very much the very flat bit of the bottom. But there's always a pressure on enterprises. Obviously, it used to be really exclusively the domain of the tech industry itself and financial services companies that had larger software development teams. But really, every company is embracing technology these days. So they're all under this kind of pressure. There's FOMO. There's the fear of missing out. Meanwhile, on every day they've got to run a business, and so this is what they're up against. And there's obviously, I think also the kind of the timeline between what seems magical to them becoming normal to them becoming boring. Used to take decades, and now it sometimes feels that it takes days. Just so new models coming out almost daily, and then tools on top of those models. And so it's incredibly difficult one to keep up. That's why they engage analysts like us at Futurum to help them get a kind of the big picture, but also some some specific guidance on it.